follows me to the beat. Without no regret, you got no love. Without no love, you got no regret. Without no regret, you got no love. A melody where I belong in this life.
Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another Hatter Show, episode 56. And obviously in today's episode, we'll be discussing a little bit of transfer business that just happened. And then obviously talking about the Cardiff game, reacting. And then obviously previewing Wigan Athletic at home tomorrow. So, yeah, like always, I'm joined with my dad. How are we, Dad?
Yeah, all good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm all good. Been a very busy day, but other than that, it's I'm all good. But we'll get into the Cardiff game first. We'll react to that. Dad, you shaved the beard again. We've got another dub, mate.
That's it.
It just
it
keeps
seems
happening.
to be working. It seems to be working. So got to honor the tradition.
Yeah, no, trust me. Can we play in Wales every week? Do you know what I mean? That's how it feels right now. Obviously, went to Swansea a couple of weeks ago and won there as well. But yeah, obviously, we'll start off with the lineup. So the lineup was Horvath in goal. The back three were Potts, Lockyer, and Burke. Obviously, Bell and Bree, like always, as the wing backs. Midfield was Clark on the right, Campbell on the left side, and Freeman ahead. And then obviously Morris on the left side and Adebayo up top. Pretty much, what we expected, except potentially Clark, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, Bradley's still not, ready to play. But yeah, it was pretty much as we expected. To be honest, same formation as well. And yeah, Clark's starting. We did have other options there, but it was pretty much as expected, and getting a decent enough lineup. I think it's just point out the thing is with Clark as well. Like, when he first come to us, he was playing in Cornick's position. Remember, and he was whacking in the crosses from that side, and just darting down the wing and that. And now, he plays kind of central midfield. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's adapting, because obviously Jones wants everyone to come. Certain players, majority of the team, will come back and not all go forward and expose in the situation. Do you know what I mean? And I think he's just getting used to that as well. But he's a decent player, so just cut him a bit of slack, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing is, we got him for free as well. And he's been very good. He's been very good for the club. There's been a lot of standout games he's had. One that I always mention when I talk about him is Blackpool away last year. I know there's many players that were very good in that game, but I thought he was brilliant. So yeah, he's brilliant. The only reason we thought potentially, obviously not to go with him in this game is because we looked at last year as well, where we went a little bit more defensive and played different away at Cardiff. And recent years it hasn't really been, other than obviously now and last year, it hasn't really been a great place that we've went to. Or even had a great record against them, like we mentioned going into the game. So yeah, that's why we went with that. But I wasn't disappointed at all when I saw him in the lineup. I like the guy. I just felt it's maybe a little time to go a little bit more defensive away. But it worked. It worked what we done. So yeah, let's go through some comments. Big up Ty, big up yourself, mate. He says big up Ty's dad as well.
Big up.
Wales our new stomping ground. Yeah, trust me, that's what I mean. That is what I mean, mate. Big up Taylor as well. He says, yes, lads, how are we? Good, thanks. What about you? And shout out British Chapter says, power courts being built in Cardiff. Oh, that'd be great the way things are going. I mean, bit of a long trek, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, obviously we'll go into the first half. You know, we had a few chances in the first half. Morris had a chance. You know, he looked very good yet again, trying to cause threats. You know, saves their keeper should really be making. They had a chance, shot from distance, and yeah, that weren't too bad of a shot, I don't feel. But what did you make in the first half?
Well, it was quite interesting, really, because I expected them to like sit back a little bit, but they weren't. They were, you know, weren't shy coming forward. So but it made it quite even and quite entertaining, actually. And I feel like sometimes we're better off like that because then we have to play. Do you know what I mean? Like thinking, all right, you know, we have to sort of step up a gear. And yeah, that's obviously what we ended up doing. But yeah, it was very even. Again, you know, 7 out of 10, 4 out of 10 officiating. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, again.
There was one point in the first half where Freeman, great tackle, got the ball and everything, and because the player started rolling around, the refs gave a free kick. All right, which I don't think so, but he gave him a yellow card. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know what one you're on about. It's 21st minute, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, I know exactly what one you're on about.
And and he was he's turning into a bit of a playmaker as well, and obviously, yeah, he ended up getting substituted anyway. But I think that was a bit because of that as well, and a little bit to rest him. But 50-50. But again, we said this before. You sometimes you're gonna have to take into account the poor officiating because it's it's either going to go against our it's no sort of balance. Like you get little things going, but some of these decisions are just ridiculous.
Yeah,
but other than that, it was a good first half. And again, we looked, yeah, they were attacking as well, but we weren't playing like wet wipes. Do you know what I mean? We was up for it.
It weren't like Bristol away, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And we it was like a little boxing match kind of thing. But I liked it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Saw a lot of Luton fans on social media, panicking at half time. It was like, we knew it in the build up where, it would be where, well, I said anyway, where it'd be a goal in the second half. I knew, we was going to score in the second half. And I expected the first half to be like that, a 0-0 sort of end to end. And obviously we know what happened in the second half, which obviously we'll go to now. Fred, obviously good to see him back. We said that, last week. I believe he didn't come on last week, did he? He come on in this one, of course, and what a difference he made. Obviously the goal, the first goal, brilliant bit of skill as well. Loads of people obviously talk about the cross because it's brilliant, but I feel the skill needs a little bit of talking about as well. What a ball that was in to Freeman as well. And Freeman's finally got a goal. And, it's like Morris for me, where it's been coming. It's been coming eventually. And what a goal it was, wasn't it, Dad?
Yeah. Like, obviously, it was kind of an enforced change because Burke got his nose bust in the first half. Obviously, he come off, and then obviously Bree went into
right
kind of centre defence, and he's played in that position before. But we do miss that. He's jinking runs down on the edge of the box and getting the crosses in and things like that because he did a lot of that last season, and he's good. He's very, very good at it. He's very tricky. As soon as he got that to the byline and whipped in that cross, I thought, yeah, someone's going to get on there because it was such a good cross, like perfect.
It was, yeah.
Like, and then they were lining up, and then volleyed it, nice little volley,
Great goal,
confident touch, because he's got that ability, and he's turning into a bit of a, must starter as well. He does
Yes,
work
he
hard,
is.
but he's more attacking. He's like Campbell, but he's more attacking. He's always a threat.
Yeah,
And um, again, that's why I think part of we had to take him off because it didn't. He was on a yellow, and B, give him a little bit of a rest because he's 30 as well.
yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, Fred, yeah, I'm pleased he's back definitely because he was a big part of our team last season. Still,
he
when he
was.
come on, he always affected games and things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that goal.
yeah, no, absolutely. And also, another, obviously, when I talk about players' standout performances, for me, he had a very good game when we played Hull away last year. Obviously, he started in that, and he was playing, the same position he played when he come on against Cardiff. And, he was dealing with Lewis Potter, who's obviously now in the Premier League, and he dealt with him fairly decent. I thought,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, he's
yeah,
getting a few times and that, but that's, that's expected. He's not even you got to remember Fred's more of an attacking player as well.
yeah. But again,
overall, he was decent.
yeah, Nathan Jones always teaches them defensive, um, and they have to have that as part of their game. And he's actually not too bad at defending, to be honest with you.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's not too bad, and I think he won a good tackle in possibly the second half as well. Actually, I remember writing a byline in front of their manager, and they were trying to call out for a foul, but it wasn't. And he's quite strong as well. So maybe maybe we got the cover for Bree. Do you know what I mean? Because if he can even be like Bell's decent at defending, he's not exceptional, but he's decent enough. If he can just even be like Bell, then obviously going forward we'll have to look to improve that area. But I think he'd be adequate cover.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Let's go through some more comments. Whoa, is that the end of 6 weeks already? Flipping hell, obviously I don't go to school or anything anymore, so I don't really obviously keep an eye on it, but flipping heck. British Chap says, our first halves have generally been the most energetic this season, was a nice change up. Yeah, exactly. I agree on that comment, definitely. Like I said, I expected the game to go the way it did. Obviously not the same score, but I knew we'd score in the second half and that sort of thing. So yeah. But yeah, obviously another player that made a hell of a difference as well. Osho, obviously when he come on for Freeman, obviously he got the second goal, and Bree, another brilliant delivery yet again, and good finish by Osho. A lot of people were going to it, so it was bound that someone was gonna get onto it for sure with the amount of people that are going onto it. But Osho, similar sort of goal in a way, made it 2-0. What did you make of that goal?
Yeah, like a great cross. That defensively they're a bit poor, but I don't know what they're expecting. It's a bit of a weird one, but we just piled forward. Obviously, it was a great delivery as well. And yeah, I'm pleased that he got I think it's his first goal for the club. I really like
it is.
the guy.
It is.
Like, I think he's underestimated quite a bit actually, because when we signed him from Reading or whatever, then we loaned him out for, I think it might have been a whole season or a couple of teams in one season, and he was doing all right. And then actually, he's come on in leaps and bounds, compared to some other players who we've loaned out or whatever, or we currently signed, etc. And he's shown his versatility. He's confident at the back. He's a good passer of the ball. Like, he's got a lot of good assets, and if he keeps developing,
and he's dealt with some top strikers.
he has. Yeah, I rate him a lot. He can play in
yeah.
defence if you need him to. He can play CDM if you need him to. You know what I mean? Like, he's growing. Another one who's getting better and better with each match. And I was really pleased for him.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely. You saw what it meant to him, of course, as well when he scored. You know, it's brilliant to see. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that it was actually his first goal. I thought he scored before, but you know, very good first goal. You know, players when they score first goals for teams, they tend to score good goals, and obviously it wasn't like outside the box or anything like that. But you know, he was in the right place. You know, first time, what a ball in by Bree yet again. And then from that moment on, you know, I thought we was definitely going to win the game. If I'm being honest, you know, obviously, you know, they later on got their goal. You know, and this is I don't want to say it's what like something that I'm going to moan like too much about because we did win the game and that sort of thing. But what I have seen us concede from a lot this season is from people not getting onto second balls. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to moan too much like when it happened against Burnley because you know they are a good side and that, and they were going to score at some point in that second half. But we have seen it quite a few times. You know, good goal. Obviously, nothing we could have actually done about the finish, but maybe getting out to it, we could have been a bit better. Would you agree on that, Dad?
To a certain extent, yeah, because but the thing is, it was a scuffed clearance as well. So if we'd have cleared it properly, then we wouldn't have had to do that anyway. So sometimes that happens, and you don't have time to react. And at this level, there's certain players that can put the ball in the back of the net for 25, you know, whatever yards out if they get up, because everyone's in a state of like what's going on, and then bang, someone just got that mindset to hit it quickly. It was a good finish. He is a good player, but I still, even when they scored, I felt, you know, we're still gonna we'll be okay. We'll be fine. I'm not, you know, and you know, we done the hard work. Again, Elijah, you know, he still yet to score. I don't know. I just feel sorry for him at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still played all right. He still played, you know, and then he got a yellow card for some. It was a foul, but it was definitely weren't a yellow card. You know what I mean?
He was dashing out cards, that ref, weren't
he? Well, even the commentators, Cardiff commentators said, oh, that's not a yellow card. Do you know what I mean? But whatever, you know, it's just not really that bad. But yeah, he just needs to score. He just needs to get that opportunity.
It's like a lot. It's like Morris. You know, he scored and then, you know, he's kicked on ever since, and it will definitely be the same with Elijah, 100%. And hopefully, he can get it this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be boss, wouldn't it? But yeah, obviously that was that. Anything else you want to say about the game overall before we get into player ratings?
No, like I said, keep
We'll get into man of the match on the
it's kind of a tough one at the moment for me.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll go through some comments. Big up everyone inside, by the way. First half stable, second went through the gears. Yeah, exactly, Stephen. Addy to score tomorrow, says Jackie. Yeah, hopefully that would be very, very nice. I was about to say, Daddy, he's still there. I only froze, but it's me. My thing's playing up, but it's all good now. But yeah, obviously, like I said, we'll get into player ratings. So let's start it off with obviously Horvath. You know, the goal, like I said, he couldn't have done anything. I thought it was decent from him yet again. To be honest, you know, there was one time where, but I'm not going to moan too much about it, where I think it was when they scored after done a goal kick and he messed it up. But it's not deep. You know, I'm not going to give him a low rating because of that. I'll just give him a 6.
Yeah, same. You know, he didn't have much to do. Goal, you know, he got down well, but it was right in the corner. Other than that, he was pretty. You know, their keeper kept running out. Like, what was it?
It's like the Burnley keeper when we played them.
Jeez, and like this guy was worse than that. He's going to cost them goals coming out like that all the time. seriously. But yeah, no, just average. You know, he didn't have a lot to do. So average score 6.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I totally agree on that. Next player we'll go to. Obviously, he had to come off, like we mentioned. Burke is, for me, I'll just give him a 6 as well. I don't really feel, because, he had to come off. I just don't. It's just one of them. Do you know what I mean? Are you the same with that?
Yeah, like he was looking all right, to be honest. He was getting about. He was doing some good passes and stuff, and he was quite confident. Potentially, should have played the whole game and he could have got a higher score. But yeah, because he come off at half time, you can only give him a 6.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. Like I said, obviously, same for that as well. Next player we'll go on to Lockyer. I thought it was another decent performance for him. I'll just go over 6.5.
Yeah, it was decent enough. He might even. It's going to be. Oh, I don't know. He might even keep his place in that team.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 6.5 as well.
Yep. Fair enough. Obviously, the next player, Potts. I said for me, it was a bit unlucky, on the clearance that he tried doing. And like I say, I don't really. Obviously, I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm more at no one going to than actually him. He just tried to do what he's tried to do in that situation. Thought it was another decent performance from him. I'll go with another 6.5 again.
Yeah, same. He's captain. Yeah, that one. It wasn't it wasn't like a catastrophic error. He just missed.
Exactly.
Like you say, we could still potentially have prevented it, or the keeper could have potentially so. It's can't really. Other than that, he just done what he had to do. So yeah, 6.5.
Yep. No. Fair enough. Agree again. Next player, we'll do the wing backs now. We'll start off with Bell. Again, I thought it was another decent performance from him. Yeah. Again, another 6.5.
Yeah, it sounds low, doesn't it? But
yeah, it does.
The thing is, like, it's just they're just doing their job. You can see that there's another level in them still, and that's obviously when the higher ratings are going to come. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, just above average. He was decent enough. He didn't really have to step it up too much.
No, exactly. That's the thing.
So 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Next player, obviously, got an assist, like we said, brilliant cross for the second goal, and that was James Bree. I straight up got an assist. Good performance again from him. I felt 7.
Yeah, I agree. The assist, the second goal is kind of vital. And he's got, and he nearly scored from a free kick as well. Again, very close after that, and defensively he was all right. He was on the ball quite a lot. He was getting back to looking, but it's the form of last season. Yeah, 7. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough. Next player we'll go on to is Clark. Like we said, did not mind him starting at all. We just thought we'd go a little bit more defensive, but again, decent from him. Didn't put a foot wrong. Another decent performance. I'll go over 6.5 for Clark.
Yeah, he had a lot of the ball. I don't think he made many mistakes, if any, in this game.
No, exactly.
He's quite decent in that midfield. I'm going to give him 7.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Next player we'll move on to is Campbell. Yeah, again, another good performance from him, getting stuck in and trying to make stuff happen. I'll go over 6.5 again. Maybe a 7. I was thinking maybe a 7, but I'll go 6.5.
Yeah, just like as we, I'm going to give him a 7 because
That's right.
I'll keep, that's what his performance levels are, at least 7, and I'll give him that. If he just scored or whatever, I can bank it up, But yeah, easy a 7.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I say, I was gonna go over 7, but I'll go over 6.5. That could change to a 7, definitely. Next player we'll go on to Freeman. Obviously, got his first goal. Very good goal it was, causing threats yet again. Another very good performance from him. I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, it was uh, probably the best game we've seen him, to be honest. He did get that goal, and it was a tidy finish. He wanted to volley it, all out as close, but still, um, he started to pull strings in that position. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to give him 7.5, which obviously makes him man of the match at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Big up Wolf in the chat. He put some waving emojis. Big up yourself, mate. What's happened here? I think there might be a penalty in the West Brom game. But anyway, so obviously we've done Freeman. Now moving on to the strikers. We'll go with Elijah first. It's just like you said, you got to feel sorry for him at the moment.
Yeah.
Still hasn't unfortunately got a goal yet. Like Reece says here, like we all keep saying, he just needs one goal. Then he's got his confidence 100%. He was trying. He just weren't quite from what I remember, and obviously what I saw of the game. He just weren't quite getting onto things. He was getting unlucky in that sense. I'll go with 6.5 because he was trying.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Just quickly, penalty to Burnley.
Okay, yeah, he was getting about the pitch. He's doing what he normally does. He just unfortunately, didn't really get much chances, and he just needs that first goal, doesn't he? So yeah, 6.5.
Yeah, fair enough. Jay Rodriguez did score the penalty. Keeper went the wrong way. I think the keeper gave away the penalty, and I think he got a yellow card. So 1-0 to Burnley in that game, obviously Friday night game. So yeah, obviously there you go. There's Adebayo's rating, and then obviously we'll move on to Morris. Like we said, when we was doing the match reaction, he tried. Trying yet again. He had that shot in the first half. I expect the keeper to save it, but he was still trying to do things. So I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well.
I'll give him slightly higher, because he was working just as hard as he was. He's looking a threat. Definitely got that confidence. He definitely was making things happen and stuff. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Again, that's another one where I understand why you put it higher, similar to Campbell in that aspect. And big up Blue Terrier as well. He says Tyler. So yeah, big up yourself, mate. And then obviously we'll move on to the players that come on. Like we said, two of them that come on were very good, and they made a difference in that sense. And obviously we'll start off with one of them, which was Fred. Like we said, brilliant cross, brilliant bit of skill as well. Obviously got an assist. I'm going to give him a. Do you know what? I'm going to give him an 8.
Really?
Yeah, I think that. I understand why people might think that's a little bit too high, but I just think he did make the impact. I really do. Not that we was poor, but just he actually started us kick-starting everything. Obviously, I know Freeman scored the goal, but still, Fred, the skill, the run down the wing, the cross, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, obviously, 100% made an impact, and this is that little extra bit of quality that I talk about sometimes that you need, and he's definitely got it, and he showed it, and I'll give him a 7.5.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Just for the if he played the whole game, then potentially, if he played like that, he would definitely have been the man of the match and possibly might have even created another goal. But yeah, he was definitely good, and I'm pleased he's back.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Obviously, when he didn't come on in the last game, but when he was on the bench, everyone was very happy to see him, of course. So yeah, no, absolutely. Next player we'll go on to was another player that made a massive impact, and that was Osho. Obviously, got his first goal, like we said, and very very good performance from him again. Osho, I'll give a 7.5.
Yeah, because actually, I agree with you on that. Because he didn't. When he come on, I was confident. I was like, yeah, all right. Well, he's either going to go in midfield or defence. He went in midfield, and then I think maybe Campbell then pushed up top a bit. Yeah, he, again, decent on the ball and getting in the right place at the right time. It was tight between him and Lockyer for that goal. But he was hungry and he wanted it, and I just really, it's just a decent performance. So, done it. I'm going to give him I'm going to give him a 7. I know he scored and that, but I just feel, other than that, he just was just normal. You know what I mean? He just had to do what just by then the game was like we was in control anyway.
Yeah.
But I am pleased that he got his first goal.
No, absolutely. Big up Footy Plays. He says 4-0 tomorrow. I can see it. I don't know why, but I can. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Obviously, we'll get into that. And then the last two players. Oh, no, sorry. Last three players. Berry. It was good to see that he come on. I'll give him a 6 though. Just an average 6 really. Yeah,
he come on right near the end, I think. Or
yeah, exactly.
So what can you do for that? 6.
Yeah. Obviously, an earlier one that happened was Jerome from Morris. Again, I thought Jerome was decent. Obviously not, like the levels of, like Osho and Fred when they come on in this game, but he still was trying to make things happen. I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. He's not just coming on just to be there as a 35-year-old as well. He's still showing ability and strength, and you can see he's got that quality. And that Nathan Jones probably said to him, "Look, you don't even need to bust your nut or whatever, running around everywhere or whatever." Do you know what I mean? Just show them, concentrate on your technique side, the passes, putting other people in and things like that, and holding up the ball, and that's what he seems to be doing now. So when he comes on now, I'm like, yeah, that's good. We can maybe even score again as soon as he comes on. So yeah, 6.5. If he had more time, then maybe higher.
Yeah, or even definitely create something. Look at Swansea away. He got that assist, didn't he, from Morris?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely, I'm feeling the same when he comes on now. And then obviously the last one, again, I'll be straight up. It's going to be a 6, and that was Woodrow. Obviously, come on at the same time as Berry, so you can't really, say too much in that aspect. And I know you're the same on that one.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, again, too late to really do anything. He's not going to get lower unless he got sent off or something. You know what I mean? Right? So yeah, 6.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the player ratings. Obviously, the way I do my player ratings, the one I usually rate the highest, obviously man of the match, and for me that was Fred. Yours, you had quite a lot of 7.5s, didn't you? So who would you say? Would you go with Osho maybe, or someone else?
No, I'm gonna go with,
or even Fred as well, or Bree. Or there's a lot of options.
I'm thinking Bree.
Yeah,
he played like the whole game.
Yeah,
He got an assist. His confidence is back. He was very close with that free kick as well. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Bree. And I will say, I think Bree could possibly potentially be a future captain as well.
Yeah, potentially. Good that you reminded me about this. Footy Plays. He says thoughts on James Bree getting in team of the thing with 7.10 lowest rating on the team. I saw that. That's very good. Very good to see that he's got in it, and he's deserved it. He's definitely deserved it. So yeah, that was boss to see that, because you know what they're usually like with us as well. They're quite biased. So it's good to see actually one of our players in there for once. So there we go. There's that. But yeah, Bree's free kicks are class, says Jackie. No, absolutely. One day, or I'll say one day, like it hasn't worked out already, but one time this season, it will definitely work again. And the thing is, obviously, when he scored that really good one last season, that was against Hull away, and we've got them in like 3-4 games time, I think.
Yeah.
So could he potentially do it then? We'll have to wait and see, and that's away again as well. So we'll see about that, and that'd be on Sky TV. So that'd be a nice one for everyone to see. But we'll see. But it will get to that stage, if they keep getting closer and that sort of thing, it'll definitely, come off at some point. Like Morris with his chances, Adebayo with his, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. What we'll discuss now, obviously, before we get into the Wigan game, a few players went out on loan, obviously on deadline day. A few that I expected, and a few. Well, Piera's the only one for me where I'm not overly surprised, but I'm a little bit in a way. But what did you make of the players that went out? Obviously, Thorpe, we both expected.
It wasn't too surprising, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Can you still hear me?
So I'm not
My
there.
phone's ringing.
Oh, okay. That's all right. When it's
Can you hear me?
sort of yeah, I can hear you, but it's very quiet. Just wait for it to finish. Oh, say something. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Yeah, it's Uncle John. I'll have to ring him back.
All right.
Yeah, Thorpe, I wasn't surprised at. Musgrave, not really, because of the amount of strikers we've got. Mendes Gomez, not really, because he's decent, but he hasn't had that game time,
Yeah.
Piera, yeah, a little bit. But I think Nathan James was saying, yeah, he's looked good going forward and stuff, but we want players that can defend as well, get back. He hasn't quite got that to his game. And he's going to obviously go out. Bradford, he was there last season. He was decent. He's going to do well for them.
Yeah, he's got a good connection with the whole.
Mark Hughes is there. Their manager's Mark Hughes as well. He's a very good. He's a decent manager, especially at that level.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're doing good. And the thing is, he signed a new contract. We gave him a new contract before we sent him out on loan. So we've said to him, we definitely want you.
Yeah.
He'll end up in the first team. I've got no doubt about that. And then it's down to Thorpe will as well, but it's down to Musgrave and Mendes Gomez and whoever else is out on loan. Josh Novell, and the young lads at Grimsby, for them to have the right attitude and see if they can come back to Luton and start pushing for a first team place.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My thing froze out. But no, I definitely agree. My thoughts on it. Like I said, the Piera one, I'm not surprised where he's gone, because like I said, I know he's got a good connection with Bradford, the fans, everyone at the club. I just thought maybe he'd start coming on the bench more. But Thorpe and that, I'm not surprised about. I'm like you on that one. They definitely have their time. Thorpe, we know, is more of a future sort of one. Well, not future as in years upon years, but obviously give it a couple of years and that sort of thing. And like you said, it's going to be interesting with Mendes Gomez and Musgrave. Obviously, both at the same club as well. So I've seen Mendes Gomez is already, getting assists in that for Fleetwood. I'll definitely be keeping my eye out on them, see how they do, obviously, and everyone else out on loan. But yeah, I feel they're good moves. And I think one of the other youngsters that you mentioned has also went to Burton Albion as long as with Elliot Thorpe, or he went before, I think.
I don't think it is Burton. I think it's Sutton. Josh Novell. I think he went to Sutton, but I just thought that they'd gone to the same club, but obviously not.
Oh,
he
right.
as well.
But yeah, no. Overall, I'm happy with the moves, and like you said, hopefully they can showcase their ability, and we'll look at him, see how they all do and that sort of thing. So yeah, we'll just obviously have to touch on that. Nouvelle looks a real talent. Yeah, he does look good. He does look good from what I've seen.
Strong
definitely.
as well. He's strong as well. The more game time he gets, he's just going to get better.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Bigger Adam Talk Sports says, "All right, lads, how are we? Good, thanks, mate. What about yourself?" Yeah, a lot of people are a little bit concerned about this. What's your thoughts, Dad? Obviously, we haven't replaced anyone with them. Where do you stand on this? I know a lot of fans are a bit, I don't really know the word I'm looking for, but they're a bit sketchy about it. That's the word.
Well, I think for the players that have gone out on loan, I think we've already got cover for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Musgrave, we've got loads of strikers ahead. Thorpe, we've got plenty of midfielders. Novell was the same as a striker, winger striker. Do you know what I mean? So I think we potentially, we did want a left-footed centre back, but don't rule that out at the moment because there's still free agents.
Yeah, didn't Nathan Jones didn't he say he's looking at one or two free agents? I saw this thing earlier.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised, and we've done that before. We need them basically be covered. And obviously we've freed up that space in hindsight for that, and we've still got January. So I don't think it's that. We've definitely got a more in-depth squad than we had last season, and I don't think it's that worrying at all. To be honest with you.
No, for me, I was a little bit at first, but then I looked a bit more at it. If it was someone like a Glenn Ray, then I'd be a bit, because we haven't brought someone in for. But a lot of these will be obviously going out for their sort of development, because they're still quite young. Most of them that have went out, like your Forbes and your Newvilles and all that. So yeah, and attacking wise, we've got plenty of options anyway, as it stands. So I look at it like that. So yeah. Elliot Thorpe can do well on his loan. It's great for his development and game time now, absolutely.
Definitely, because he's got good quality and he'll definitely be starting them games.
Yeah,
and again,
definitely.
their manager is Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank as well. Another guy who's been there, done it.
Yeah.
So the club very astute with who they loan players to as well, and they obviously they're not going to loan them to somewhere, because we've done that before. I think we've loaned some players out and they've just sat on the bench.
Yeah.
So obviously we know you can only have them if you guarantee them a certain amount of game time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
And we've obviously got the option to recall as well if we did suddenly get injuries like we did last season. And look at last season as well. We still got into the playoffs with so many injuries.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's as catastrophic as not catastrophic, but I don't think it's worth worrying about at the moment. And let's see what happens over the next week or two, because as I said, we can still sign players anyway, free agents.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah.
So I thought you were going to say something. That happened with Corey Panther. No, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I think has he gone now? Or is he still out on loan somewhere? I think he might have gone, you know.
I think he's
Can't
gone.
remember.
I don't even know.
I think so.
But yeah, like I said, we wanted to briefly discuss that. Obviously, it's only right. And now on to the game tomorrow, Dad. I've put in the title, time for a win at home. It is getting to that stage, you know, and, you know, like I said to you, obviously, you know, when we, you know, discuss it beforehand and that sort of thing, it's a game I feel where we need to get a goal early if we're going to win this game, because I know exactly what we're going to do. Which, you know, I don't blame them for doing. It's totally understandable. You know, Kenilworth Road's a tough place to go. A lot of other teams have done it this year. You know, and that's sit back, of course, try and hit us on the break and that sort of thing. But yeah, how are you feeling going into this one? Obviously, Wigan, you know, they've won one game this season, a lot of draws.
Yeah.
Obviously, one loss as well.
So, do you know what? Like, I'm feeling pretty confident because, you know, we are an established championship team, a decent one as well. We're due that home win. These are the one aside, you know, when you say you should be beating teams or whatever. This is a game where we should definitely not be losing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if we apply our abilities and play to, you know, how we can, we should have enough to beat Wigan. So I don't see why we can't get our first win. And, you know, we are very close to properly clicking.
Yeah.
I feel like there will be a bit of rotation in this game. Because the other game, all the other players are putting a big shift. I feel like Nathan Jones will know that, you know, he won't take him lightly, but he'll know that, you know, he can use his squad in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident that we can at least edge this game and get 3 points.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I'm the same on that. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I do think it is a favourable time to play Wigan at the same time as well. Like I say, it's still, you know, fairly early on in the season. I look at their results. Now, the only thing that does concern me a little bit, and like I said, I know exactly how they're going to try and play. And like I said, nothing against it. I understand it. You know, they have got a lot of 1-1 draws, but we need to make that, you know, games at home a fortress again. And like I said, for me, we need to get an early goal in this game. You know, before, I'd say a 20th minute, any time before then. Otherwise, it could be a long day. I don't think a loss in that aspect, but probably, you know, potentially a draw or something. But yeah, obviously there's that. I'll run through their games quickly. I won't count the League Cup game, but obviously started off the season with a 0-0 draw to Preston at home, which I actually predicted that game right. Then they took on Norwich away and got a draw there. I remember watching the first half of that game, travelling somewhere with Luton, Burnley. Yeah, it's Burnley. Where I was travelling. Obviously, that was the early kickoff. They got another draw to Bristol City, which, you know, we have to be real. That's actually all right with how Bristol City are doing. And then obviously, but this was their only win so far this season. It was obviously against Birmingham away, and I watched that game or a fair bit of that game anyway. And they did sit back and they went down to 10 men there and still got the 3 points. So fair play in that aspect. And then obviously they took a heavy defeat to Burnley. And again, it is Burnley. And then obviously the last game, I think I predicted that game right as well, 1-1 with West Brom. So yeah, that's their record this season. Jackie says 3-1. Common New Hatters, that would be very nice. Very nice. But what we'll go into next before we go into the lineups is how they tend to play. Now, obviously, I had a little look before we went on here. They tend to play a 4-2-3-1 away from home, is what I've noticed. At home, except I think the first game of the season they played a 3-5-2, other than one game where they played this formation as well. So, yeah, I expect them to play like this tomorrow as well, obviously with the cover with the two midfielders, obviously Naylor and Power. This is how I expect them to play. So, how could we deal with this, Dad?
Well, obviously, I do feel like they will come a bit defensively in this game, and probably trying to look to get in certain areas to expose us, on the counter attack. But I expect our formation and the way we play should be a good match for them. So I'm not too fussed, and by the looks of it, they look like they're a bit dirty. So
yeah,
a bit they're gonna be flying in with the tackles. I feel trying to break the game down and snatch something, basically. That's what I think. But if we're astute and we're prepared for that, then we should have enough quality. We don't need to change our formation, I don't believe.
No, I agree. Like I said, they seem to, at the home games, play a 3-5-2. Obviously, we're playing them. Well, they're playing us at our ground though, which is obviously what we used a lot last year. So yeah, there's that. The way I feel, I just echo it really. Like I say, it links back to just get that early goal. Just be on the front foot really early on. Get that goal, and then I think we're in a good position for sure. That's where I stand on that. But yeah, what we'll move on to now is obviously the lineup we would go with. We could do it a little bit different this week. So obviously, I'll go with what I think, or what I would go with. Sorry, and obviously, if my dad will make any changes, he will just say that. So I will go with what we have been playing, which is the 5-2-1-2 on here. So obviously, you've got to go Horvath in goal, of course. And then the centre backs, I reckon this is where Bradley's going to return.
Yeah, I do.
I've seen him in training as well. He was doing like a little bit of banter with Elijah, I think it was. Like, he needed to score an overhead kick in training or something like that. And he's basically going, let me show you how it's done or something like that. So I will go with him. I reckon this is where he's back, like I said. I hope the Burke one, obviously, was not too serious. However, even if he is available, I wouldn't go with him for this one. I will go with Lockyer and Potts. Obviously, give the armband back to Sonny Bradley though. Obviously, the wing backs, straightforward, what it has been. Which is obviously Bree and Bell. That's straightforward. He's always at the bottom. Oh, there he is. And in the midfield, I would go with Clark again. He deserves to keep his place. Obviously, Campbell, and that's one of the first names on the team sheet. You'll know that by now. And then the Cam, it's got to be Freeman. Like I said, he's starting to become one of them names that you expect to see on the team sheet as well. And then, obviously, up front, I still believe Cornick isn't back. I will obviously still go with Elijah, of course, despite him still not being able to score as of yet. And I will go with I'll go with Morris. I expect yours, like you said, Dad, and when you was doing the build up at the start, a bit more rotational than my lineup.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out who. I do believe Bradley will be back. And I would stick with Potts And I'd probably stick with the defenders there. Bree, I feel that he'll start. I've got a feeling that Bell might be rested.
Okay.
And put on the bench, and I feel like Doughty might start in that position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Campbell.
The only thing is he back yet? I know he's getting closer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he is, I'm trying to think of the potential rotation that he's going to do. Or
maybe
even if Fred
Berry in the midfield.
Fred can play it on that side as well. I'm sure he can.
True. Yeah, he can.
So I wouldn't be surprised at that. Campbell, I feel, will start. Clark, I reckon, might be rested this game as well, and Berry will start. And then what you got? Freeman.
Yeah, I've kept Freeman there. I'll see you going with Woodrow.
Also wouldn't be surprised to see either Woodrow start in that position, but I'm not so sure. Possibly Fred even can play in that position as well. I feel Adebayo will definitely start again. Potentially on the left though. And I think Morris potentially might be rested and put on the bench as well. And it could be Woodrow. I feel like Cornick will possibly be back, but I think he'll be on the bench. So
yeah, I was going to say, I think
Morris will be rested a little bit, rotated, and it could be. There's a few players, Jerome or Woodrow. Personally, I'll put Woodrow there. So Adebayo on the left, Woodrow on the right. There will definitely be changes, I think. And then but some of them will be on the bench. So if it does go pear-shaped, then we'll have them on the bench to bring on.
Oh yeah.
There's a few other changes. We could. We'll go attacking like that, I think. But
yeah,
there's a few options there, and that's what I like about this squad. Because some players can play in them different positions. So don't be surprised to see at least 3 changes. I reckon. I guess. But we'll see. But again, even the changes we made, they're still good enough to get a result out of this game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm hearing mixed things in the comments. Reese is saying Doherty is ready to play, and then others are saying no, he isn't. I mean, on flash scores, I'm not saying flash scores is reliable because they don't even put our players in the right position. But when it comes to injuries, majority of the time they are, and it still does say he's not available. It doesn't even say questionable, but what do they know with us? So there you go. Big up Jackie. She said, really enjoyed this as usual. Let's hope we get our 3 points. No, absolutely. It is that time as well, Dad.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
Is that time as well, of course. Score predictions. Now, obviously, I've done a bit of research like I always do. I know you're all the same, look at how we tend to play against them and that sort of thing. The last time we played them at home, I believe, was 2-1 to us. I think it was back in 2019 or something like that. And we have against them. So yeah, how do you see this one going?
I feel like we've just got enough, and I just think, yeah, I reckon that potentially they will get a goal, because they're not here to just sit here and just try and stay in the league. They've got a little bit of own. They are actually hard to beat as well. But I think we have enough to break them down. I think we will do, but I do feel that they'll sneak a goal. But I think we're just on the cusp of just getting better and better. So I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1. Jeez,
3-1
nice.
Luton.
Nice. That would be very
A
nice.
strong home performance.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of people, obviously in the chat as well, have gone, with a high scoring game. Obviously, Jackie said 3-1 as well. I think it was Reese, he said 4-0 earlier. As for me, I'm like you on the sense where I think they'll score. Like I keep saying, for me, we have to get an early goal. If we're to get a win, definitely. Like I said, I feel if we don't get an early goal for like the 20th minute, I feel it could be a draw. But I'm going to back us to win. I'm going to back us to get our first home win of the season, and that is a 2-1. I've gone with a 2-1. I think it'll be a little bit closer, but yeah, I do think we'll win, especially if we get that early goal. Goal scorers, Dad, who do you reckon is going to score for us?
Well, I'm going to go. I haven't been doing that well at this recently, but I'm going to go Adebayo, Woodrow, and Sonny Bradley.
Nice. Sonny Bradley from a set piece, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Is. Always a screamer. Just ask Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. As for me, yeah, I'm going to go Elijah as well. I know I keep saying it week in, week out, but I do generally think this is where he gets it. It's just a matter of time now, isn't it? It's got to that stage. Who else do I reckon? I can't see Sonny Bradley scoring as well. I'm going to go Sonny Bradley header from a set piece. And then I'll just do their goal. McGuinness, I think is how you say his name, McGuinness. He scored in their last game against West Brom. So, yeah, I reckon he'll get their goal. And, there's that. There's that. So, obviously, you've gone 3-1 to Luton. I've gone 2-1 to Luton. Hopefully, we get that win. We finally, hopefully, get a win in England as well. That would be nice. And then kick on. Obviously, we don't play midweek as well. So, we'll have a bit of a break after. And we've got Stoke away and then Coventry at home. Hopefully, I will be going to Stoke. I'm unfortunately not going tomorrow now. But yeah, hopefully Stoke, I'll be able to go to that away. Another ground to tick off as well. I've only ever been outside it. And then, yeah, from there on in, I'll let you lot know closer to the time. Obviously, the next Hatter show will be next Friday, where obviously we'll discuss this game and then obviously preview Stoke away. So, yeah, there you go. Dad, you got any final thoughts or anything?
Keep the faith. Let's get this home win. And let's all hope Elijah gets his first goal or two this weekend.
Yeah, no, hopefully. Big up Awace. He says, yo. And then he says, come on, my guy, Tyler. Big up yourself, mate. But, yeah, there you go. That is episode 56 of The Hatter Show done. Please don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Big up everyone that's tuned in. There's been a lot of people that have tuned in, so big up yourselves, like always. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Share the channel, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a scheduled stream. And if you want to follow me across any of my socials, links to them are also in the description. And I'll be back again at 10 p.m. unless I get asked to do anything by my mum to look after the dog or etc. like that. But yeah, obviously I'll be back. It is scheduled. So, yeah, I will be doing a Premier League review and predictions. I was going to do it separate, but, yeah, it's been a hectic day. So, yeah. But, yeah, big up everyone. Like I said, stay safe, all of that. And hopefully I'll see many of you on at 10. But, yeah, until next time, big up yourselves. My dad will see you next Friday. So, yeah, hopefully Luton win. That would be nice in England. But, yeah, till next time, take care and peace.